Hey guys, we are struggling to get through this section of the trench, running into a lot of roots because of the trees on either side. The first section out here went fairly smoothly. I do have sandy loam soil, but check out those burning bushes. Aren't they gorgeous? Don't you just love this burning bush? Fall is probably my second favorite time of year, with spring being number one. This project's all about infrastructure, and we've been lacking that here for the last 3 years. I do have access to a water, and I was able to run a hose out here and take care of my watering needs for the past 3 years. But I struggle in the wintertime, and I have to carry a can, go inside, fill it up, bring it out. So I want to get water out here to a frost-free spigot, which we'll be installing, and that way we'll have water for those things that we need to get watered in the greenhouse that we're trying to continue to grow over the fall and winter months. We're also going to be installing a Cat 5 line so that we can have internet out here, so that we can do live streams and so forth. So that's something we're also going to be running in the trench. So let's get with it. Alright, just another quick review. So I'm planning to put the frost-free spigot right here next to our burning bush. That way we'll have access to the greenhouse and also our flower beds here. I'm also going to be probably digging a trench and going through our berry patch that we need to desperately clean out. That way we'll have a frost-free spigot on the other side where the garden is. So if you saw the short, just doing a little bit of a poke at the history there. So we had our Union Pacific Railroad digging a trench east going west to Promontory Summit, which is this little bit we have left to dig out, and the Central Pacific was racing from the Rocky Mountains, and I called that the Rocky Mountains because there were a lot of roots we had to cut through to get that trench to this point right here. So we're going to dig that out now, and then we'll be able to go ahead and lay our water line in and start running that Cat 5 also in the trench. It's always good to have protection on your hands when you're digging a hole or a trench. I've been using the top of my boot as kind of the gauge for how deep to go here. As you can see, we've got some roots here. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to just loosen it up with my mattock. water line installed in our trench. It's now time to get our Cat 5 wire in here, and it is burial grade. Alright guys, I misspoke earlier. I said Cat 5. I have Cat 6 internet cable here, and so it already has the connectors on this, so it's just a matter of rolling it out and seeing how far it will go. Be a little trial and error. I'm going to start over here and go through under my fence into the pool area, and then over to where my internet source comes into the house, where I can plug this in, and then we'll have the other plug out here that we'll have mounted in some sort of protective environment from the weather, so that we can have Wi-Fi internet basically out here, so that I can have access to that if I need to for doing live videos and doing research and whatever else here on Hall Family Farm. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, it looks like we have the right length of Cat 6 cable to be able to get it out here where we can have internet. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling in the trench, and then we'll probably make a part 2 of this project, installing the frost-free spigot and then installing what we need to have the Wi-Fi out here. That might even be a part 3. So you may want to stay tuned for future videos if you're interested in that sort of content. Alright, so I'm going to get busy covering this in. Well guys, that's going to put a wrap on part 1 of our water irrigation project here. So we've got our water line installed to this point. We've got our Cat 6 cable for internet Wi-Fi out here in the greenhouse area. We've got that ready to go. And so that'll be part 2 and maybe part 3. Part 2 may be installing the frost-free spigot, and part 3 may be installing the Wi-Fi internet connection, so we can have Wi-Fi out here for going live, doing live streams. Also, if we get to the point where we want to start our business and start selling our products, our fruits and vegetables, our nursery plants, we'll have internet out here to be able to make transactions. So with that being said, I hope you'll stay tuned and watch us as we complete these projects. And if you have any ideas of other things that you'd like to see on the channel, please feel free to make some comments below. Until the next time, please be safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.